When Alex was 3 years old, a doctor told his parents something they weren't ready to hear. He may never speak clearly. You see, Alex was diagnosed with congenital deafness from birth. This means his hearing issue started immediately, as soon as he was born. Years later, Alex stood in front of a classroom and spoke. Not perfectly, not effortlessly, but clearly enough to be understood. So how does someone who can't hear well from a young age even begin to learn to talk? Most people assume speech comes from hearing. You hear sounds, you copy sounds, you speak. So it feels logical to think no hearing means no talking. But speech isn't just about ears. It's about the brain, the body, and years of practice most of us never even notice. Here's what actually happens. Many deaf people learn to talk by watching, feeling, and training their brain in ways most hearing people never have to. First, visual learning. From a very young age, deaf children watch how mouths move. They study lip shapes, tongue placement, jaw movement. They learn that certain mouth positions create certain sounds, even if they can't hear them. This is called speech reading, and it's far more complex than people realize. Second, feeling sound instead of hearing it. Sound is vibration. Many deaf people learn to speak by placing their hand on their throat, chest, or face, feeling how sounds vibrate the body. Over time, their brain learns. This vibration matches this mouth shape. It's not guessing, it's training. Third, intense repetition and guidance. Speech therapy plays a huge role. Sounds are practiced one at a time, over and over, sometimes for years. A sound that takes a hearing child weeks to master can take a deaf child months or longer, not because of intelligence, but because they're learning speech without sound as feedback. Today, technology often helps. Some deaf people use hearing aids, cochlear implants, assistive speech tools. But here's something important. Even with technology, speech doesn't magically appear. Devices provide access, not ability. Speech still has to be learned through patience, practice, and effort. And here's the part people rarely talk about. Many deaf people don't learn to talk to sound normal. They learn to talk so they can order food without help, speak to coworkers, connect with family, be understood in a hearing world. For many, speech is not about perfection. It's about connection. Imagine learning a skill everyone else learned unconsciously, but having to learn it manually, visually, and by feel. That's what learning to talk can be like for someone who is deaf. Not impossible, not automatic, but incredibly human. So the next time you hear a deaf person speak, whether it's clear, imperfect, or somewhere in between, remember, you're not just hearing words. You're hearing years of effort, adaptation, and determination. And that might be the most powerful part of all.